Hello. Hello, hello, hello. For anybody who joins or who is watching now, how's it going? How's everybody doing? I started a bit late today. Apologies for anybody catching this. I had a rough morning. I just woke up and had this huge headache. And I've always dealt with a little bit of issues with my stomach, like issues with like GERD and heartburn and stuff like that. So I just had a lot of issues this morning, and it took me a second to kind of recover, get up, and do what I needed to do. So I just need a little bit more time, but I'm here now. But I am here now. That's all that matters. So today I'm going back to Doki Doki Literature Club. It's actually really interesting because I made a joke, not a joke, but I made an observation on my social media about. So Resident Evil Requiem came out today. I'm a big Resident Evil fan. I love Resident Evil. And so much so that like I was growing up, like when I finally got to play the games and experience them and how much I loved the story and everything, I like read the novels, tried to consume as much media about it as possible. And I fell out of it a little bit with 4 and 5 because I'll say this. I think 4 is a fantastic game. Maybe one of the greatest games ever made. But I don't really like it that much. And that's just a me thing. I think it's a great game. I just think I wanted to play a Resident Evil game and it really doesn't feel like a Resident Evil game. So what ended up being the big thing is once Resident Evil 7 rolled around, I got back into the series because 5 was fun. I liked 5 a bit more than 4, and 6 was awful. But to make a whole point, the biggest thing was that I had ordered my copy, because I like physical, which I've talked about before. I ordered my copy physically from Amazon of Resident Evil Requiem, and I got the deluxe edition, and then come to find out that I'm not the only one with this issue, but the deluxe edition, I guess, is just being delayed. It's my best guess. Like a lot of retailers just aren't getting it in time to get it shipped out to us. So mine doesn't come in until March 19th, which is fantastic. And there's a part of me that's like, oh, I could just pick up the digital version of the game and just play it that way until I get my physical copy in. But I'm like, do I want to buy this game twice? Do I want to spend that much money just to play it now? Because it comes down to 2 parts of me. One, if I wasn't streaming stuff, I wouldn't care. I would just wait because I have the patience just to wait and just avoid anything I see about Resident Evil Requiem for a long time. But it's like, I could stream this. I could like get in on it and have people come and join and have fun and like get a first look at this. And that's what I want to do. But it comes down to 2 issues right now. Either I pick it up digitally on the PS5, which is my preferred console, and play it and wait until my physical copy comes in and just enjoy the fact that I have a physical copy. Or I can get it on the PC, play it through Steam. But then I'm worried that my PC isn't exactly set up to my PC isn't the strongest, and I'm a little worried that it could probably run Resident Evil Requiem fine, but I don't think I could run it and stream without giving something up. So I don't think it'd be worth it for that. And I don't have a Switch 2, which I wouldn't get it for the Switch 2 anyway, even though that was funny to think about for a brief second. But I don't think I would get it on the Switch 2. And I definitely don't think that, as I don't have, my Xbox is like it's like the Gears of War Xbox One Slim. So it is definitely not like this. It's not a newer Xbox. So and I don't use it much anyway. I just don't really care much for Xbox. I had some problems with them in the past, and it just upsets me. So it's just like, I don't know what I want to do. But I think for right now, if I make a decision on it, I'll just go and purchase it digitally. And if that works digitally, then I'll stream it tomorrow instead of Neo, which makes me feel bad because Neo is now just stuck on being second fiddle to everything else I want to do, which is sad because it's not to imply that I don't like Neo. I do. I'm really enjoying Neo. It's just that I didn't realize how much new stuff was coming out that I wanted to do instead. So that's kind of where I'm at. But I wanted to quickly make a thing real quick before I started, just to explain my feelings on the whole thing, which is what I'm going to do now. So I'm kind of stuck just because I don't know if I want to spend more money to play this game or just wait until I get it in. It's starting to feel like I might just wait, which seems so silly. But I guess at the end of the day, if I just play it later on, the same as I played it now, I would just be ignoring the hype. But that's not so bad. I guess I didn't really do this for the hype anyway. Mostly do this just because I enjoy it. So there's that. Okay, we're gonna pop all this in here real quick. Oops. Did I not do this? Okay. Hello. No. Stop that. What the hell is your problem? Everything is fighting me. Fighting me. Absolutely whooping my ass. There we go. Okay. Just wanted to get that off of my dome. Had that sitting in there while I was getting ready. Wanted to make sure I got it done. And I did. Very happy with myself. Okay. Now to actually do this thing. Now to actually play a game. Whee! Okay. So I need to get rid of this. New. Switch this over for myself. Hop back out of here. Always need the gaming hat. And I'm playing this on a PS5, so I might as well just grab my controller. Okay. Playing the main DDLC. And that deceptively cute music. Yeah, you throw that Doki Doki at me. I ain't falling for it. Okay. Luckily it auto-saved right where I had normally saved. That's good. Okay. I gotta get a swig of water before I start talking again. That was another part of it. With the fact that I deal with a lot of stomach issues and I get a lot of GERD and like a lot of acid that comes back up, it does mess with my voice. So whenever I wear out my voice too much, my voice gets deeper because I'm like pretty much just wearing out the line of my esophagus. It's great. It's not as dark as it's not as deep as other voices that I've heard who have issues with it far more than mine. But I gotta make sure that I'm keeping nice and hydrated. Last thing I want to do is not be able to talk ever again, I guess. Okay. Get that started real quick. Okay. It's already Sunday. I've been getting increasingly anxious about Natsuki's upcoming visit. I keep telling myself there's no reason to be nervous, but it doesn't help much. I wonder if she'll act any different when it's just the two of us. Meanwhile, she's been texting me a lot. We sent each other... Oh, okay. We sent each other one. It didn't match up. I read that and I was like, sent each other what? We sent each other one after exchanging numbers to double check, but it turned into a conversation. She's almost a different personality on the phone, using tons of emoji and cute language. She also really likes complaining about things, but I kind of saw that one coming. But putting Natsuki aside, I haven't heard a thing from Sayori since she left the club early the other day. It's not like we text each other all the time or anything, but I've been worried about her in the back of my mind. Between what Sayori said and what Monica said, is it really okay for me to put Sayori's feelings aside when she might need me? I decide to visit Sayori before Natsuki comes over. Rather than asking, I simply tell her, I'm coming over, much like we've done in the past. Once I reach Sayori's house, I knock on the door before entering it myself. And again, we used to play so often that we've made a habit of simply entering each other's houses like we were family. The house is quiet. Sayori isn't anywhere on the first floor, so I assume she's up in her room. It's already strange of her not to run down and greet me. I head up to her bedroom, where I finally find her. Sayori? Hi, Sen. I sit down in her room. Sayori forces a smile, but it's easy to tell that she's different. There's a minute of silence between us. You haven't come over like this in a long time, have you? I guess you're right. It has been a long time. Not much has really changed, has it? Just let me double check a thing before I keep reading here. Just want to make sure that I'm not crazy. Okay. I have a lot of moving parts in the background. I just like to make sure they work occasionally. Sayori's room is as messy as it's always been. I also recognize the same stuffed animals and wall decoration that she's had for years now. If you came over more often, it wouldn't be such a mess. That's because I end up cleaning it up for you. How come you suddenly wanted to come over today? Aren't you supposed to see Natsuki today? Yeah, but... Wait, how did you know that? Sayori had already left by the time we decided that last meeting. Monica told me. It's only natural for her to keep me informed about the festival preparations, right? That's true. But what about you? Aren't you going to be helping Monica today? Of course. But I'm just helping her online. We didn't plan to meet up or anything. So it's just me and Natsuki then. Yep. There's more silence between us. Sayori stares in a random direction. Everything about her behavior is really uncharacteristic. I finally get to the point. I just wanted to see how you were doing after you left on Friday. When something's wrong, you can't hide it from me. I know you too well. So, Sayori smiles, shaking her head. That's no good, Sen. Huh? Why can't it be just like it's always been? This is all my fault. If I didn't get so weak and accidentally express my feelings, if I didn't make that stupid mistake, then you wouldn't have been worried about me at all. You wouldn't have come here. You wouldn't have been even thinking about me right now. But this is just my punishment, isn't it? Man, it's sad. I'm getting punished for being so selfish. I think that's why the world decided to have you come over today. It just wants to torture me. Sayori. I grab Sayori by the shoulders. What on earth are you saying? Are you listening to yourself right now? I know something happened to you. There's no other explanation for you to be like this. So tell me already. Until I know, I won't be able to stop thinking about it. Sayori gives me an empty smile. You really put me in a trap, Sen. But you're wrong. Nothing happened to me. I've always been like this. You're just seeing it for the first time. Seeing what? What are you talking about, Sayori? You're really just going to make me say it, aren't you, Sen? I guess I have no choice this time. The thing is, I've had really bad depression my whole life. Did you know that? Why do you think I'm late to school every day? Because most days, I can't even find a reason to get out of bed. What reason is there to do anything when I fully know how worthless I am? Why go to school? Why eat? Why make friends? Why make other people put their energy and caring to waste by having them spend it on me? That's what it feels like. And that's why I just want to make everyone happy, without anyone worrying about me. I'm in shock. Man, I have known this woman, this girl, for less time than the main character, and I could have told him that she has depression. Our main character is thick-headed. He really has no idea about his friends. It's killing me. I can't even figure out how to respond. How is it possible that Sayori kept this from me the entire time that I've known her? Did she really want so badly for me to just not think about her? Why, Sayori? Huh? Why is it that you never told me about this? It almost feels like I've been betrayed as your close friend. Because if I knew, I would have done everything I could to support you. Even if there's only so much that I could do. I would have tried a little bit harder to make every day a little better for you. That's why I'm your friend. All you had to do was tell me. You don't understand it all, Sen. Why do you think I didn't tell you? Because if I told you, then you would have to waste effort caring about me instead of doing important things. I don't want to be cared about. It's bittersweet when people try to care about me. It feels nice sometimes, but it also feels like a bat being swung against my head. That's why I so badly wanted to make friends with everyone else. Helping everyone be happy together is the best thing for me. But then I discovered something else too. Seeing you make friends and get closer with everyone in the club feels like a spear going through my heart. So that's why I decided the world just wants to torture me. Every path leads to nothing but hurt. You're right that I don't understand, but I don't understand your feelings at all, Sayori. But I don't need to understand. Whatever it takes for me to help you stop hurting, that's what I'll do. No, Sen, there's nothing. Nothing at all. The only thing that could have helped is if everything could be like it always was. But I was selfish. I finally showed you what a horrible person I am. Tears streaked down Sayori's face. Oh, yep, there they are. I was about to say, I'm not on her model, but yep, on her model. Oh, boy. Take care of my metal bottle. I made you join the literature club because I was selfish. And I was punished by my heart hurting in a way that I couldn't understand. And now you came here and I made you hurt too. I'm just weak and selfish. That's all I am. And that's why I'm going to accept these punishments. Because I deserve every last one. Without thinking, I once again grab Sayori's shoulders. This time, I pull her into a tight embrace. Aw. Sen, Sayori, I don't care if you feel selfish. I'm really happy that you convinced me to join the club. Seeing you every day makes it worthwhile enough. If I make friends with everyone else, then that's just a bonus. Please never underestimate how much I care about you. I wouldn't have it any other way. Sen, Sayori isn't hugging me back. Well, despite my arms being wrapped around her, Sayori's arms remain at her sides. She starts sobbing next to my ear. No, don't do this to me. Please don't do this. Sen, Sayori barely managed to speak between her sobs. I was getting too into character and I started crying. I don't know if I'm doing the right thing, but all I want is for her to know that I care. If you have it in you to call yourself selfish, then you have to let me be selfish too. No matter what it takes, I'll figure out what needs to change. I'll make these feelings go away. If there's anything that you need me to do, then you'd better tell me. I'll get mad if you don't. I don't know. Gently, Sayori finally puts her arms around me in return. I don't know anything. It's all really scary. I don't understand any of my feelings, Sen. The only time I'm not feeling nothing is when I'm feeling pain. But hugs are so warm. And that's really scary too. Sayori lets me go. As she does so, I let her go as well. The festival is tomorrow. Yeah. It's going to be fun, right? Yeah. How would you like for me to spend it with all of you? It's what I want. I promise. I think that would be nice. Then... Yeah. Sayori wipes her eyes. If I could spend the whole day here, I would. All days, this has to be the one where I have other plans. Maybe I should cancel. No, don't. Please don't. If you did that, then I really wouldn't forgive you. But it's almost time for Natsuki to meet me at my house. At the very least, do you want to come along and help out? That would be fun. To my surprise, Sayori shakes her head. I'm sorry. I don't know if that would be very good for me today. You understand, right? It's kind of hard for me to fully understand, but I'm trying my hardest. It's okay. Don't worry too much about it. I'll see you tomorrow, okay? All right. I look forward to it. I say goodbye to Sayori and exit her house. On my way home, I find myself still feeling uneasy. It's hard for me to keep thinking about it when Natsuki is about to come over too. I think Sayori's right. I shouldn't be worrying too much, and we're definitely going to have a great time tomorrow. I should just focus on what's ahead of me. I spend only a few minutes back at home, anxiously awaiting Natsuki's arrival. Before I know it, she texts me to let me know that she's outside the front door. Without delay, I open the front door to let her in. Sup? Hey. I don't know what I was expecting, but seeing Natsuki in something other than her school uniform totally threw me off. Seeing her in such cute clothes makes the uniform seem totally unfitting in comparison. Geez, don't make it feel so awkward already. It's going to be a long afternoon, so don't be weird just because you're not used to seeing me outside of school. Anyway, I'm coming in. I see you brought a lot of stuff. Just double checking this. Okay. Natsuki is carrying a large bag that is probably full of baking supplies. Well, I didn't want to come all this way to find out that your kitchen isn't equipped for the job. You bought everything I asked you to, right? Yeah, I did. Yesterday, Natsuki asked me to buy a bunch of ingredients if I didn't already have them at home. Good. Glad I could count on you to do your part. Well, of course. I'm surprised to hear Natsuki suddenly say that rather than something snarky like she usually does. Could it be that she is a little different outside of school after all? Anyway, let's go to the kitchen. What? You're not even going to offer to take this heavy bag from me? Where's your hospitality, Sen? Come on. Since when did I need to be a gentleman? I grab the bag Natsuki holds out to me. This is ridiculously heavy. I carried that all the way here. Are you impressed? I see now. Yeah, I'm impressed, Natsuki. Seems like I always underestimate you. It's because I'm so small, isn't it? You jerk. Natsuki hits a fist into my chest. Hey, your size has nothing to do with it. Do you really hate being small that much? Huh? It's not like I hate it. I mean, sometimes I like proving people wrong when they only think I'm worth my size. It's fun when I get to be small, and also better than other people. But, geez, never mind. What are you making me say? Don't think you can make me talk about... What the heck? Don't think you can make me talk about weird things just because we're not at school. Are we getting started or what? There's a lot of stuff I gotta teach you. What? That's a little bit more like you. You're more fun when you just speak your mind like that. Hey, now you are treating me like a kid. I was just trying to be a little nicer to you, you know. Just because I don't have a mature and sexy figure like Yuri doesn't mean you should treat me like... Oh my goodness gracious. Natsuki, I promise. I wasn't thinking about that. But I guess that was on Natsuki's mind. I'm sorry that you have to compare yourself to Yuri's mature and sexy figure. I'm sorry. I wasn't considering that during all of this. But that's fine too. Ooh. Let me do something real quick here. Where am I at? Cancel. Oh. Okay. It looks like it's a little contrasted on your guys' end. Didn't realize how bright it actually was. Just gonna fix that a little bit. Just so it looks a little better. Just a little. Okay, let's see how that looks. That's a little better. It's a little drowned out still, maybe. I had looked at it before I started, but it would turn out that it still was pretty rough looking. Let's get that there. Maybe about there-ish. Yeah, it looks a little better. Natsuki catches her words and her face turns red. Natsuki. Forget it. I didn't say anything. I should apologize. Huh? I appreciate that you were trying to be nicer. I should have been a little bit more considerate too. But also, if that's what you're thinking, then you should know that there are tons of guys who are into body types like yours. Bad thing to say. I feel like that's a really weird thing to say. It's a little odd. Just a little weird. How would you know that anyway? You can trust me on this one. Gross. Hey, is that to me? Who else? Man, let's just get started already. You get all sour when a girl calls you gross. I finally found your weakness, Sen. I have a lot of those. Some people would actually really like being called gross. I don't know if I don't really like being called gross. Not really my thing, I think. Yeah, no, not really my thing. Michael? Where did Michael come into the story? Natsuki smiles deviously. Please spare me. Well, if Natsuki decides to dish out more insults like that, there's no way I'm not fighting back, but she's satisfied enough for now. Finally starting to pull things out of her bag so we can get started. Before long, the whole kitchen is a mess. Spoons, dirty bowls, flour, spilled fluid, and plastic bags are strewn about every countertop. The mixer isn't big enough to make all the batter at once, so we've had to do it several times. Meanwhile, Natsuki is babysitting all of my movements to make sure I don't mess up her precious baking. I made a joke about it in the thumbnail, but I'm actually really bad at baking. Like, I'm a decent chef, I want to say. Like, I can cook and mess around and do a little extra flair here for certain things, but like baking has always been my weakness. I think the big thing for it is that I'm just not fully equipped to do really good baking. Like, most of the baking that I do tends to fall really short, and I think that's just it. I think it mostly just comes down to the fact that I don't want to really super invest into baking when I don't bake very often. But the thing, and I don't bake anything super simple. Like, anytime I've ever done baking, it's always been something very complicated. Like, I've never like just made a cake or made cookies. It's always like, I got to make this one very specific pastry that needs 18 different steps and 48 different ingredients. And you have to whisk this and then process this and then make sure you bake this separate. And I always just mess it up, it feels like. Like, they're never bad, but it's like, I don't know. I don't think I have a knack for it. Now, I'm sure if I put more practice into it, I'm sure I could get better, but I don't know if I want to practice baking. I mean, I don't find it as relaxing as many other people probably would. Sen, where did you put the food coloring? The batter's going in the oven soon, so I need to fill the trays. I think it's still in the bag next to the table. What are you using it for? To color the batter, of course. I'm making each tray a different color. That way, even if the flavors aren't different, people can still pick their favorite. Ah, that's a cute idea. Are we doing anything like that with the icing? Do you want to? Ah, you're asking me? I don't really have a preference, so come on. You're not putting any heart into this at all. Can't you at least try to have fun? I am having fun. I'm not really sure what Natsuki is trying to get out of me. Meanwhile, I see her separate the batter into smaller bowls and put a few drops of food coloring into each. Oh, that does look pretty cool. See? It's not like baking is just about following instructions. The presentation is where you get to be creative and have the most fun. It's a million times more worth it in the end if you just... Whoa. It's a million times more worth it in the end if just looking at it makes everyone's eyes lighten up. Like the ones you made on my first day, huh? I recall Natsuki proudly presenting her cat-shaped cookies and Sayori and Monika's delighted expressions. Wonder if I can make Natsuki proud like that too. Yeah, maybe I will use the food coloring then. Sounds like you're starting to understand. Just make sure you've completely finished mixing the icing before you mess with the food coloring. Yeah, it's getting there. We were using the electric mixer for the batter, so I got stuck with a whisk and a huge bowl for the icing. Huh? The icing's still all lumpy. Are you even trying? Well, yeah. It's just gonna take a little longer. Jeez, I'll be here all night if you do it like that. Here, look. Natsuki grabs the whisk for me and uses her other hand to tilt the bowl back. You really need to beat the crap out of it. And after a few seconds, the consistency of the icing has already improved. As if to emphasize. Well, my goodness gracious. Yes, as if to emphasize, Natsuki sticks a finger in the icing and pops it in her mouth. I don't think I've actually ever said that word in person ever. I've always read that word. I don't think this is the wild thing about reading visual novels out loud. Because obviously when I play these by myself, I'm not making my own voices to myself. But sometimes you only have words that you've read in books and literature, and you're like, I know that word. Don't know how it's pronounced, but I know that word. Then you actually get to read that word out loud and you go, oh yeah, it turns out I don't know how to talk. I reluctantly, oh see, that's another one. I reluctantly start to do the same. Hey, Natsuki suddenly grabs my wrist. I don't want your gross fingers in my icing. Your icing, huh? Are you forgetting who did all the work? I start to fight back, trying to inch my finger towards the bowl. Don't make me beat the crap out of you next. I like to see you try. I push harder, just enough for my finger to reach the icing. I triumphantly scoop some with my finger, just as Natsuki tugs with all of her might. Ah! The force of Natsuki pulling me causes me to stumble, making her stumble in turn. Gross! You got it on my face! Whose fault is that? There's a big glob of icing on Natsuki's cheek. She tries to reach it with her tongue, but it's too far away. That is something that I would expect Natsuki to do, just to immediately try to reach for icing on her cheek, to try to wipe it with her tongue and not actually wipe it off with her hands. Because honestly, that's what I would do too. I would just straight up be like, and try to get it without first thinking, I should probably wipe it with my hand. Something about like, you just think that like cleaning your cheek or face with your tongue is a lot easier than just getting it all over your fingers than having to clean your fingers. You don't want to lick your hands. Well, I assume most people don't just want to lick their hands generally. Jeez, you know what? Take this. Natsuki instead wipes it off with a finger for shoving her finger towards my own face. You wish. I'm faster. Nothing personal, kid. I grab her wrist with my hand before it reaches my face. Natsuki tries to use her other hand to fight back, but I grab that one as well. Stop. Natsuki apologized for calling me gross. What am I wearing in my own home? Looks like I'm wearing my school uniform. Or am I just wearing a jacket? I feel like I'm not comfortable in my own house. I don't know what I'm wearing. Fine. I'm sorry for calling you gross. You know I don't mean it. It's just fun seeing you react to it. You do that to me all the time, you know. Saying dumb things just to get a reaction out of me. You really shouldn't tease girls like that. Is that so? In that case, I probably shouldn't do this either. Oh no. I took a big step there. I was not expecting. I had a feeling that would happen, but I was not expecting that my main character, that the MC would be brave enough to do that. I take Natsuki's finger and put it in my mouth, licking off the icing. Oh no. What? Did you seriously just... Natsuki is so surprised that she can't even figure out how to get mad at me. Her face is entirely red. Sen, you really shouldn't do that kind of thing to girls unless you really like them. You know that, right? What a question is she asking me just like that? You just put her finger in your mouth, dog. Use your brain cells. Take a second to think. You just shoved her finger in your mouth. Ooh, that's not a common thing you do, dog. You got to think about this kind of stuff. I get it. It was in the heat of the moment, but dog, really? How did the moon turn to this so quickly? Because you shoved her finger in your mouth. That's how the mood turned to this so quickly. Why is my MC dumb as rocks? I get that this is the whole thing. Like anime MCs for harems are just usually dumb and don't understand cues. But my guy, you literally just shoved her finger in your mouth. That is not a thing that normal people do. You know what I mean? I'm so confused. Oh. Uh-oh. Apologies, my thing broke. Looks like the YouTube stream is busted. Right in the me getting mad. Oh, you just walked into me yelling about how the MC, well, they were messing around with some, they were messing around with baking with some icing. And then what ended up happening is they ended up getting into a little thing, a little kerfuffle, we'll call it. And then they ended up, he ended up, to try to make her mad, to get her worked up, he decided, I'm going to shove this girl's finger with frosting on it into my mouth, and then get really confused on why she's acting weird about it. Because he's as dumb as rocks. Because he's an idiot. And I'm sitting here thinking, dog, you literally just, I don't get why you're confused. How are you confused about this? I mean, I was a high school too, but God, I was not that stupid, I think. Like, what the hell is going on with this guy? I'm trying to not break all the stuff I've got going on now. There we go. Let's get rid of this. That. There we go. Just hoping that works. I fixed a couple of things, but we will see. Okay. There we go. Back to yelling at my main character for being a dope. Natsuki gazes at me in silence. I notice her shallow breaths. Why am I starting to feel dizzy? Out of nowhere, the fire alarm starts going off. Oh no. Natsuki rushes over to the oven. Is something burning? I thought you didn't put the cupcakes in yet. No wonder. You left a dirty tray in here, dummy. How could you make a mistake like that? You should have checked before turning the oven on. Don't blame me for your mistakes. Jeez. Natsuki uses an oven mitt to grab the blackened tray out of the oven. I just ruined my favorite tray. That's heartbreaking. Absolutely heartbreaking. Just go away. What is happening here? Right? He certainly does. Turns out my multi-chat thing still doesn't work. Good to know. I just set it up to have everything get connected, and now none of it's connected. Why does it not like me? What did I do to this? Let's see if that works. I don't know. All right, I just have to make sure I pull up YouTube chat still. Here we go. Well, yes, he definitely needs to take a trip to HR, which I don't think they have an HR for school. Was that the guidance counselor, principal? But he's got some stuff going on. In another moment, the fire alarm stops. Anyway, I'm putting them in the oven now. Yeah. The tension from the moment before still lingers over our heads. Yes, but the moment has already been lost. I watch as Natsuki slides the cupcake trays into the oven. Well, didn't you get lucky? Then I reluctantly pick up the whisk and continue with the icing like nothing ever happened. No, something did happen. It happened. Ah, that smells so good. The cupcakes are ready to be pulled out of the oven. As soon as Natsuki opens the oven door, a blast of sweet-smelling warm air fills the room. Look how cute they all look. She proudly shows off the different colored cupcakes in each of the trays. They'll look even better once we add the icing. Not like you need to tell me that. I brought the decorating stuff, so I hope you can get creative. Here, scoop the icing into these bags. Natsuki hands me some plastic bags. I have these nozzles that will make it look nice and fluffy. This one can even make flowers. We probably won't be using it this time, though. What's this one for? I'm having a problem because my Natsuki voice was always so sassy Now she's being too nice. And I don't know how to be nice with a sassy voice. Oh boy. Ay, ay, ay. Let's see. I was getting a drink of water. My voice was starting to dry out. Delicious. Okay. And then I'm also checking other things here in the meantime. All right. Here we go. I pick up one of the nozzles that has a much thinner tip than the others. That one's really thin, so you can use it to make stripes or other patterns. But you can also use it to write stuff on a cake, like happy birthday or whatever. Huh, I see. I used to have to write stuff on cakes. That was a fun time. That gives me an idea, actually. Eh? Well, it's a literature event, right? We can make it more literature themed by writing a different word on each of the cupcakes. It would be fun to see people choose their cupcake based on a word they like. I was kind of expecting you to say something really stupid, but that's actually a really cute idea, so... Ahaha! Maybe I am getting it from you. But what's that supposed to mean? I'm not cute. Come on, we're not at school, nobody's judging. You can't dress and act like this and not expect me to think you're cute. Well... Natsuki's voice trails off. Same with you. Huh? Did you just say something? No, nothing. Let's do the icing. Natsuki picks up the paste and fastens a nozzle onto each of the bags. There's a lot to do, so we shouldn't be wasting time. Here, I'll show you how to do it. Now give me a chance to think about before. Natsuki quickly moves on. When Natsuki thinks I'm cute. She shows me how to apply the icing, and then we get to work. I read that wrong, but that's okay. We're going to stumble through it. We're finally finished. Natsuki puts them all side by side to admire our work. Look how pretty they are together. Yeah, they are, aren't they? I wish we could have one now. Well, there's no reason you can't, right? I don't see any harm in that. Well, yeah, but my dad's making dinner tonight, so I really need to save my appetite. Aha, ha, ha, ha. Sayori is the exact opposite in that regard. If she was here, we'd probably be down 10 cupcakes already, and she would still eat dinner. Come on, that's just unhealthy. Besides, when my dad cooks, I need to eat as much of it as I can. Well, anyway, I was hoping we would have time for manga, but I need to be home for dinner. Ah, already? That's a shame. It's your fault for working so slowly and shoving my finger in your mouth. I can't forget that. You should have thought about that. It's not like you always have this chance. Man. As usual, Natsuki places the blame on me. Well, it is your fault. You can bring the cupcakes tomorrow, right? If you and Sayori each carry some, then you could probably do it in one trip. Yeah, I could do that. And don't worry, I won't let her eat any. I wish she'd listen to me the way she listens to you. Yeah. Think back to the conversation I had with Sayori earlier today. I felt so helpless. Sayori always does listen to me, but at that point, it felt like she couldn't listen to me at all. Okay, I'm all packed up. Leaving already? Sad day. Don't leave. Good work today. You too. I'll walk you out, I guess. Just like that, Natsuki is already about to leave. I feel like the afternoon went by in a flash. More than that, did I even take the opportunity to get closer to her like I wanted? You shoved her finger in your mouth, dog. There's a lot of people in this world who are never going to get that close. I don't understand why you don't get the magnitude of what you've done. Well, I guess I'll be off then. Thanks for all the help and everything. I'll see you tomorrow. Wait, Natsuki. What you said before about not always having this chance, it doesn't have to be that way at all. I had fun today. You showed me how fun baking can be like you wanted. But aside from that, you can come over anytime, okay? I think that if possible, I'd like to spend more time like this. If you want to read manga or go out somewhere, do you really mean that? Natsuki looks at me tensely like she's trying to hide her expression. Yeah, I want to spend more time with you. Sen, I thought you only cared about getting this done. I'm sorry I had to leave so early today. I really didn't want to. I would really stay here longer if I could. I had to lick her finger off, so look at her outfit. Maybe suck some fingers, right? I mean, I'm glad they're in high school. I mean, this, I say I'm glad they're in high school because obviously this would get me arrested because I don't think she's, I think it's a little bit more forgivable during that time. Maybe not so much that I would think so, but you can just chalk it up to some goofiness, some childishness. But still, that is some wildness. It's crazy to me that that is a thing that I am having to worry about now. That I just put this girl's finger in my mouth, and I'm confused as to why I don't feel closer to her. I feel the same way as you, so Natsuki suddenly gets closer to me. I'm going to put your finger in my mouth. No, don't. Wait, Natsuki. Standing inches from me, Natsuki looks up at me. I feel her fingers gently clutch at the sides of my shirt as if holding on to me. Her rose-colored cheeks and matching eyes fill my vision, along with her slightly parted lips. What is happening? My head starts to go dizzy as I feel her soft breaths against me. I've felt it for a while now. Natsuki suddenly jumps back. Sayori? Huh? Hi, Sen. Sayori? Oh, I just got blocked out by my best friend. My childhood friend came in and took it all away. That's wild. I still don't know. I'm still really worked up about the whole finger thing. I'm a little less concerned that Sayori showed up. Do I feel bad? But still. Just now we weren't... It's okay, Sen. I just stopped by to say hi. Well, you should have come a little earlier. I'm already on my way out, so... Aw, really? That's too bad. Yeah, well, I'll still see you at the festival tomorrow, so it's fine. Just don't eat any cupcakes before then. Anyway, later. Clearly flustered, Natsuki hurries off and Sayori waves goodbye. Sayori, I thought you didn't want to come over today. Well, I tried staying in my room, but my imagination was being really mean to me. So I had to come here and see it for myself. See what? What are you talking about? You know, how much fun you were having with Natsuki. Yeah, I stuck her finger in my mouth. Aren't you jealous? Poor girl living with depression. Doesn't that make you feel better? And how close you got to her. It makes me really happy that you've made such good friends. That's all that matters to me. Tears start to fall down Sayori's face. That's all that matters to me. Why am I feeling this way, Sen? I'm supposed to be happy for you. Why does it feel like my heart is splitting in half? It hurts so much. Everything hurts so much. This would be so much better if I could just disappear. Sayori, don't say that. It's true, Sen. If I wasn't here, then you wouldn't have to waste your sympathy on me. You wouldn't have to put up with me being selfish. Monica was right. I should just... Monica was right about what? Sayori, what I said before is true. I'm not going to let this continue. Caring about you like this isn't the burden your mind is making it out to be. It's something that makes me happy. Something that I wouldn't trade for anything else. So even if it takes an entire lifetime, I'm going to be by your side until you don't feel any more pain. But Sayori looks away. Put a hand on her shoulder to reassure her. My guy is so dumb. She likes you, dog. Being her friend is not what she just wants. She wants more, dude. I understand you're coming from a good place, but God, guys, we're just blockheaded. We're just thick. We just don't understand. When a girl likes us, we just don't see it. We just don't see it. When anybody likes us, we don't see it. We're that stupid. She doesn't want just to be friends, dog. I know you're coming from a good place. I'm scared, Sen. I'm really scared. What are you scared of, Sayori? I'm scared that I might like you more than you like me. Sayori? It's true, isn't it? I was weak and started to like you too much. I did this to myself. Sen. Oh, Sen. I like you so much that I want to die. That's how I feel. And that's enough, Sayori. I don't want you to hurt anymore. I slide my hand down Sayori's arm to squeeze her hand in my own. Do you remember how I said I'd always know what's best for you? Do you still believe me? Wordlessly, Sayori nods. Even if you don't understand all of your own feelings, I know what you need the most right now. And that's what I'm going to give to you. Oh boy. Oh no. Oh no. I know. Oh no. That's so rough. I love you or you'll always be my dearest friend. This is tough because you can't just present this whole situation and then expect me to turn my back on Natsuki. It can't happen. I'm sorry. I like Natsuki more than Sayori. I like Sayori a lot. But, get the frosting. No, I don't think the frosting's going to help in this particular situation, unfortunately. I want to say that top part, but only because it's a video game. If this was actually me, I wouldn't be as stupid as this guy. But if this was actually me, I would have to friend zone Sayori, unfortunately. So that's what I'm going to do. She's going to get friend zoned. Sorry, Sayori. You'll always be my dearest friend. What you need most is for the things to be like they've always been. Monica told me the truth. She told me how much happier you seemed after I joined the club. I know you're struggling with some really difficult feelings right now, but please trust me that I know what's best, and it will make you happy in the end. I promise, I'll help get things back to the way they were. I see. Sayori forces a smile through an incredibly pained expression. Yes, because it was the wrong choice. It was the wrong choice. Is this what it feels like to get stabbed in the chest? I should write a poem about this. Sayori, it's okay. This is just my punishment, remember? For being so selfish. So please don't worry about these stupid feelings. I know you're right. I knew this whole time that there's no happiness down that path. That's why I came here. Just so I could get the answer I needed to hear. And the other thing, you're also right that I just wanted to go back to the way it was. I realize that now. You really do know me better than anyone, Sen. I'll trust you with anything. Anything at all. So, Sayori's smile finally breaks. All of a sudden, she turns around and drops to her knees. Oh, I don't know if I have this in me. Ah! Touching her head with both hands, she screams as loudly as she can. I probably should have backed her from the mic from that, but that's okay. I'm so shocked that I don't know how to react. Sayori looks over her shoulder and flashes me one weak smile before turning around and running off. Sayori! I'm left helplessly standing in front of my house. Why am I feeling so horrible about this? There's nothing more that I could have done. The most I can do is support Sayori through her feelings and help her on the path that's right. But I'm having as much trouble understanding Sayori's feelings as she is. Even though I can comfort her, I keep wondering if I should be doing something more. Or something different. I know these thoughts will continue to plague me until things are back to the way they were. I'm going to give it everything I've got. Sayori will always be my dearest friend. And I'll do whatever it takes to put a smile on her face every day. What an idiot. It's the day of the festival. Yay! Time for celebration. Of all days, I expected this to be the one where I'd be walking to school with Sayori, but Sayori isn't answering her phone. I considered going to her house to wake her up, but decided that's a little too much. Meanwhile, the preparations for the event should be nearly complete. I managed to carry all the cupcakes myself by carefully stacking 2 trays. Natsuki is already texting up a storm, but I can't respond thanks to my hands being full. Funnily enough, I probably feel the same way as Natsuki about the event. I'm more excited for it to be over so I can spend time with Sayori and Natsuki at the festival. Wow. Already just absolutely ignoring Yuri and Monica. They're not my friends. I want to hang out with the cute girl I like and my childhood friend. But knowing Monica, I'm sure the event will be great too. Not only is my guy dumb, he's super selfish. Sen, you're the first one here. Thanks for being early. That's funny. I thought at least Yuri would be here by now. Monica is placing little booklets on each of the desks in the classroom. They must be the ones she prepared that have all the poems we're performing. In the end, I found a random poem online that I thought Monica would like and submitted it. So that's the one I'll be performing. I'm surprised you didn't bring Sayori with you. Yeah, she overslept again. That dummy. You'd think that on days this important, she'd try a little harder. I say that, but I suddenly remember what Sayori told me yesterday. And I suddenly feel awful, knowing it's not nearly that simple for her. I only said it because it's the way I'm used to thinking. But maybe I should have gone to wake her up after all. You should take a little responsibility for her, Sen. I mean, especially after your exchange with her yesterday. You kind of left her hanging this morning, you know. Exchange? Monica, you know about that? Of course I do. I'm the club president after all. But I stammer, embarrassed. Did Sayori really tell her about it that quickly? About how I basically turned down her confession? That makes me really seem like the bad guy here. But I'm the only one who knows what's best for her, right? Jeez, you don't know the full story at all, so... Don't worry, I probably know a lot more than you think. Huh? Monica's being as friendly as usual, but for some reason I felt a chill down my spine after hearing that. Hey, do you want to check out the pamphlets? They came out really nice. Yeah, sure. I grabbed one of the pamphlets laid on the desks. Oh, yeah, they really did. Something like this will definitely help people take the club more seriously. Yeah, I thought so too. I flipped through the pages. Each member's poem is neatly printed on its own page, giving it an almost professional feel. I recognized Natsuki and Yuri's poems from the ones they performed during our practice. What's this? I flipped to Sayori's poem. It's different from the one she practiced. It's one that I haven't read before. Oh. Okay, well, I guess so percentage. Get out of my head, 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 get out of my head. And so on. I don't know if I'm going to read 18 different get out of my heads. Get out of my head. Get out of my head before I do what I know is best for you. Get out of my head before I listen to everything she said to me. Get out of my head before I show you how much I love you. Get out of my head before I finish writing this poem. But a poem is never actually finished. It just stops moving. Huh? What is this? Reading the poem, I get a pit in my stomach. Sen? What's wrong? Nothing. This poem feels completely different from everything else Sayori's written. Sorry, I'm getting a little scared of Monica here. But more than that, I changed my mind. I'm going to go get Sayori. So, well, all right. Just try not to take too long, okay? I quickly leave the classroom. Don't strain yourself. Monica calls that out after me. I quicken my pace. This is going to be bad. What was I thinking? I should have tried a little bit harder for Sayori. It's not a big deal to do it, to at least wait for her, help her wake up. Even the simple gesture of walking her to school makes me really happy. Besides, I told her yesterday that things will be the same as they always have been. That's all she needs. And what I want to give her. I reach Sayori's house and knock on the door. I don't expect an answer since she's not picking up her phone either. Like yesterday, I opened the door and I let myself in. Sayori? She really is a heavy sleeper. I swallow. Can't believe I ended up doing this after all. Waking her up in her own house. Isn't that more like something a boyfriend would do? In any case, it just feels right. Outside Sayori's room, I knock on her door. Sayori, wake up, dummy. There's no response. I really didn't want to have to enter her room like this. Man, I'm already really dreading this. I already have a really good idea of what's about to happen. And I'm not a fan of it. I'm going to take a second to disassociate from the whole feelings that I have for this before I go back into not disassociating. Isn't it kind of a breach of privacy? But she really leaves me no choice. I gently open the door. Oh, no. Uh-oh. What the hell? What the hell? Is this a nightmare? It has to be. This isn't real. Oh, don't play that song in the background where it's all messed up. Oh, God. There's no way this could be real. Sayori wouldn't do this. Everything was normal up till a few days ago. That's why I can't believe what my eyes are showing me. I suppressed the urge to vomit. I got a little bit of chills, to be honest. Just yesterday, I told Sayori I'd be there for her. I told her I know what's best and everything will be okay. Then why? Why did she do this? How could I be so helpless? What did I do wrong? Turning down her confession? This has to be what pushed her over the edge. Her agonized scream still echoes in my ears. What did I do to her when she needed me the most? Why was I so selfish? This is my fault. My swarming thoughts keep telling me everything I could have done to prevent this. I just spent more time with her, walked her to school, gave her what I know she wanted out of our relationship, and I could have prevented this. I mean, to get a little serious, you can't blame yourself for that kind of thing all the time. You didn't return the feelings. Well, I guess I didn't return the feelings. You can't hold yourself responsible for someone else's actions, unfortunately. I know I could have prevented this. Screw the literature club. Screw the festival. I just lost my best friend. Someone I grew up with. She's gone forever now. Nothing I can do can bring her back. This isn't some game where I can reset and try something different. Okay. No reason to throw that in there while we're trying to have a serious moment. I only had one chance and I wasn't careful enough. And now I'll carry this guilt with me until I die. Nothing in my life is worth more than hers. I still couldn't do what she needed from me. And now, I can never take it back. Never, 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 never. Well, I don't know, dog. It sounded like Monica convinced her to do it. Jesus. Not suitable for children. Those are easily disturbed. You don't say. Monica? Hi. What? Oh, because Sayori's gone. Oh, no. Well, I guess I need to hit the thing that's all messed up. I don't know if I like this. I see an annoying girl running toward me from the distance, waving her arms in the air like she totally is oblivious to any attention she might draw to herself. That girl is my neighbor and good friend since we were children. You know, the kind of friend you never see yourself making today. But it just kind of works out because you've known each other for so long. It was so, no, please. We used to walk to school together on days like this, but starting around high school, she would oversleep more and more frequently, and I would get tired of waiting up. But if she's going to chase me after like this, I almost feel better off running away. However, I just sign idle in front of the crosswalk and let them catch up to me. Oh, no. Oh, it's broken. It's an ordinary school day like any other. Oh, no. Mornings are usually the worst, being surrounded by couples and friend groups walking to school together. Meanwhile, I've always walked to school alone. I always tell myself it's about time to meet some girls or something like that, but I have no motivation to join any clubs. I'm perfectly content just getting on by average while spending my free time on games and anime. There's always the anime club, but it's not like there would be any girls in it anyway. A school day is as ordinary as ever, and it's over before I know it. After I pack up my things, I stare blankly at the wall looking for an ounce of motivation. Clubs. There really aren't any that interest me. Besides, most of them would probably be way too demanding for me to want to deal with. Guess I have no choice but to start with the anime club. Sen? Uh-oh. Monica? Oh my goodness, I totally didn't expect to see you here. It's been a while, right? Yeah, it has. Monica smiles sweetly. We do know each other well. We rarely talked, but we were in the same class last year. Monica was probably the most popular girl in class. Smart, beautiful, athletic. Basically completely out of my league. So having her smile at me so genuinely feels a little... what did you come in here for anyway? Oh, I've just been looking for some supplies to use for my club. Do you know if there's any construction paper in here? Or markers? I guess you could check the closet. You're in the debate club, right? About that, I actually quit the debate club. Really, you quit? Yeah, to be honest, I can't stand all the politics around the major clubs. It feels like nothing but arguing about the budget and publicity and how to prepare for events. I'd much rather take something I personally enjoy and make something special out of it. In that case, what club did you decide to join? Actually, I'm starting a new one. It's a literature club. Literature? That sounds kind of dull. How many members do you have so far? It's kind of embarrassing, but there's only 3 of us so far. It's really hard to find new members for something that sounds so boring. Well, I can see that. But it's really not boring at all, you know. Literature can be anything. Writing, reading, poetry. I mean, one of my members even keeps her manga collection in the club room. Wait, really? Yeah, it's funny, right? She always insists that manga is literature too. I mean, she's not wrong, I guess. And besides, a member's a member, right? Did Monica say she? Man, my guy really only has one thing on the brain right now, doesn't he? Hey, Sen, by any chance, are you still looking for a club to join? Yeah, I mean, I guess so, but in that case, is there any chance you could do me a big favor? I won't ask you to join, but if you could at the very least visit my club, that would make me really happy. Please. I guess I have no reason to refuse. Besides, how could I ever refuse someone like Monica? Sure, I guess I could check it out. Ah, awesome. You're really sweet, Sen. You know that? It's nothing really. Shall we go then? I'll look for the materials in their time. You're more important. Okay, I guess I'm getting dragged. And thus, today marks the day I sold my soul to Monica and her irresistible smile. I dejectedly follow Monica across the school and upstairs, a section of the school I rarely visit. Monica, full of energy, swings open the classroom door. I'm back, and I brought a guest with me. A guest? Seriously? You brought a boy? Way to kill the atmosphere. Don't be mean, Natsuki. Anyway, welcome to the club, Sen. All words escape me in this situation. This club is full of incredibly cute girls. Yep, still the same old dude. I'm glad I didn't change much. So, let me guess. You're Monica's boyfriend, right? What? No, I'm not. Natsuki, the girl with the sour attitude whose name is apparently Natsuki, is one I don't recognize. Her small figure makes her look like a first-year student. Anyway, this is Natsuki, energetic as usual, and this is Yuri, the vice president. Oh, Sayori was the vice president. It's nice to meet you. Yuri, who appears comparably more mature and timid, seems to have a hard time keeping up with someone like Natsuki. Yeah, it's nice to meet both of you. So I ran into Sen in a classroom and he decided to come check out the club. Isn't that great? Wait, Monica, didn't you tell me to let me know in advance before you brought anyone new? I was going to, well, you know, sorry, I didn't forget that, but I just happened to run into him. In that case, I should at least make some tea, right? Yeah, that would be great. Why don't you come sit down, Sen? The girls have a few desks arranged to form a table. Yuri walks to the corner of the room and opens the closet. Meanwhile, Monica and Natsuki sit across from each other. Still feeling awkward, I take a seat next to Monica. So, I know you didn't really plan on coming here, but we'll make sure you feel right at home, okay? As president of the literature club, it's my duty to make the club fun and exciting for everyone. I'm surprised there aren't more people in the club yet. It must be hard to start a new club. You could put it that way. Not many people are very interested in putting out all the effort to start something brand new, especially when it's something that doesn't grab your attention, like literature. You have to work hard to convince people that you're both fun and worthwhile, but it makes school events, like the festival, that much more important. I'm confident that we can all really grow this club before we graduate. Right, Natsuki? Well, I guess. Natsuki reluctantly agrees. Such different girls, all interested in the same goal. Monica must have worked really hard just to find these two. Yuri returns to the table, carrying a tea set. She carefully places a teacup in front of each of us before setting down the teapot in the middle. You keep a whole tea set in the classroom? Don't worry, the teachers gave us permission. After all, doesn't a cup of hot tea help you enjoy a good book? I guess. Don't let yourself get intimidated. Yuri's just trying to impress you. That's not... Yuri, insulted, Yuri looks away. I meant that, you know... I believe you. Well, tea and reading might not be a pastime for me, but I at least enjoy tea. I'm glad. Yuri faints smiley to herself. Whoa, Yuri smiley faints? What? Yuri faintly smiles to herself in relief. You know, she just smiley faints. She faints with a smile. Oh, it wouldn't be above what's already happened in this game thus far. So, Sen, what kind of things do you like to read? Well, considering how little I've read these past few years, I don't really have a good way of answering that. Manga? I mutter quietly to myself, half joking. Natsuki freaks up. There she goes. She just pops right up. Natsuki's head suddenly perks up. It's like she wanted to say something, but she keeps quiet. Not much of a reader, I guess. Well, that can change. What am I saying? I spoke without thinking after seeing Yuri's sad smile. Anyway, what about you, Yuri? Well, let's see. Yuri traces the rim of her teacup with her finger. My favorites are usually novels that build deep and complex fantasy worlds. The level of creativity and craftsmanship behind them is amazing to me. And telling a good story in such a foreign world is equally impressive. Yuri goes on, clearly passionate about her reading. She seems so reserved and timid since the moment I walked in, but it's obvious by the way her eyes light up that she finds her comfort in the world of books, not people. But you know, I like a lot of things. Stories with deep psychological elements usually immerse me as well. Isn't it amazing how a writer can so deliberately take advantage of your own lack of imagination to completely throw you for a loop? Anyway, I've been reading a lot of horror lately. I wanted to say recently, even though that was not the word. I read a horror book once. I desperately grasped something I can relate to at the minimal level. At this rate, Yuri might as well be having a conversation with a rock. Aha, I'd expect that from you, Yuri. It suits your personality. Oh, is that so? Really, if a story makes me think or takes me to another world, then I really can't put it down. Surreal horror is often very successful at changing the way you look at the world, if only for a brief moment. Okay, now Yuri, you're being a little too on the nose with all this. Thank you, Natsuki. Ugh, I hate horror. I like horror, but like, this conversation isn't helping the whole everything that's happened. Oh, why's that? Well, Natsuki's eyes dart over to me for a split second. Never mind. That's right. You usually like to write about cute things, don't you, Natsuki? What? What gave you that idea? You left a piece of scrap paper behind last club meeting. It looked like you were working on a poem called... Don't say it out loud! Give that back! Fine. Natsuki, you write your own poems? Well, I guess, sometimes. Why do you care? I think that's impressive. Why don't you share them sometime? No. Natsuki averts her eyes. You wouldn't like them. Maybe I would. Maybe I would like them, Natsuki. Don't forget I've had your finger in my mouth. It's so fucking so stupid. Not a very confident writer yet. I understand how Natsuki feels. Sharing that level of writing takes more than just confidence. The truest form of writing is writing to oneself. You must be willing to open up to your readers, exposing your vulnerabilities and showing even the deepest reaches of your heart. Do you have writing experience too, Yuri? Maybe if you share some of your work, you can set an example and help Natsuki feel comfortable enough to share hers. I guess it's the same for Yuri. We all sit in silence for a moment. Hey, I just got an idea. How about this? Natsuki and Yuri look quizzically at Monika. Let's all go home and write a poem of our own. The next time we meet, we'll all share them with each other. That way, everyone is even. I thought it was a good idea. Well, I think you're right, Monika. We should probably start finding activities for us all to participate in together. I did decide to take on the responsibility of vice president after all. I need to do my best to nurture the club as well as its members. Besides, now that we have a new member... Whoa, I didn't take that. I didn't take that yet. It seems like a good step for us to take. Do you agree as well, Sen? Hold on, there's still one problem. What's that? Now that we've reached the most important topic, I bluntly come forth with what's been on my mind the entire time. I never said I would join this club. Monika may have convinced me to stop by, but I never made any decision. I still have other clubs to look at, and I lose my train of thought. All three girls stare back at me with dejected eyes. I like the only one who actually looks sad is Monika. Like, Natsuki looks disappointed, and Yuri looks confused. I don't know what's going on with that face. But I'm sorry, I thought... Huh? The girls exchange glances before Monika turns back to me. I guess I need to tell you the truth, Sen. The thing is, we don't have enough members yet to form an official club. We need 4. And I've been trying really, really hard to try to find new members. Well, you had one. What happened with that, Monika? You want to share? And if we don't find one more before the festival... I'm defenseless against these girls. How am I supposed to make a clear-headed decision when it's like this? I would feel terrible for letting everyone down in this situation. Besides, the club itself seems pretty relaxed. So if writing poems is the price I need to pay in order to spend every day with these beautiful girls... God, I hate that part of me. Of this character. Right. Okay, I've decided then. I'll join the literature club. One by one, the girls' eyes light up. Oh my goodness, really? Do you really mean that, Sen? Yeah, it could be fun, right? You really did scare me for a moment. I mean, if you really just left after all this, I would be super pissed. Sen, I'm so happy. We can become an official club now. Thank you so much for this. You're really amazing. I'll do everything I can to give you a great time, okay? Thanks, I guess. Okay, everyone. I think with that, we can officially end today's meeting on a good note. Everyone remember tonight's assignment? Write a poem to bring to the next meeting so we can all share. Monica looks over at me once more. Sen, I look forward to seeing how you express yourself. Yeah. Can I really impress the class star Monica with my mediocre writing skills? I already feel the anxiety welling up inside me. Meanwhile, the girls continue to chit-chat as Yuri cleans up the tea set. I guess I'll be on my way then. Okay, see you tomorrow then. I can't wait. With that, I depart the club room and make my way home. The whole way, my mind wanders back and forth between the three girls. Natsuki, Yuri, and of course, Monica. Will I really be happy spending every day after school in the literature club? Perhaps I'll have the chance to grow closer to one of these girls. Oh no. All right, I just need to make the most of my circumstances, and I'm sure good fortune will find me. And I guess that starts with writing a poem tonight. Oh no, I have cursed knowledge. I would love to read the special poem. Oh, I think I hit no. Oh no. Okay, that wasn't super apparent. I thought when it was lit up. Oh well. Where did it auto save? Oh, that was a while ago. Okay, I'm sure it's probably somewhere else. Yeah, I'm sure I could probably get it somewhere else. Let's save right there, I suppose. Let's see, maybe it's on the main. Okay, so yeah, I was just dumb. I thought when it was lit up that it would do that. Oh my goodness, Sayori. Let's go to the desktop here. Maybe it's under files. No. Maybe not. I got some lovely pictures. Oh, that glitched out for a second. Okay. No, I guess maybe I just missed out on that poem. Oh, that's what I get. That's what I get. Doki Doki. Oh no, Sayori. So sorry. Okay, let me see. Maybe I can make up for this. Okay, let's see. Okay, I looked up the special poem just because I was curious. Let's see if I can share this a little. Let me go into here. I have to play around with this now. And then... Okay. Okay. I'm going to capture this. Oh. For a second, I thought the music was changing on me just to be a jerk. Okay. Yes. And then I'm doing all this off screen. Don't you worry. We're doing it to it. Let's see if that does it. No? No, I guess I could just do this. You want to work, bud? No, maybe this will do it instead. I'm real dedicated to make sure we can read this one poem before I continue on. Yep, that worked. Okay. There it is. It just says happy thoughts, happy thoughts, happy thoughts with the lovely Sayori being hung. That was the poem that I missed out on. That was it. That was it. Okay. So remember, everybody, just have very happy thoughts and everything will work out. We're going to remove that special poem. And now that I know not to be dumb. Is right. Okay. Well, we focused on Natsuki before. So I assume to get, like, obviously you could get more Natsuki events. Well, I made a decision, and it's to stick with Natsuki. We're going to see how this changes now that there's no Sayori, which still makes me feel bad. Games? Yes. Friends, childhood, warm, twirl, cute, meager, melody, sing, captive, raindrops, melody. I feel like all the things that worked for Sayori now work for Natsuki instead. Ribbon, extraordinary, cheer, spinning, holiday, poof, vivacious, uncontrollable sensation, and forgive, poof. Sweet, excitement, lucky, color, infinite desire, secretive, tenacious, ocean, aura. Well, that's definitely a Yuri word. I don't want to get her too excited. We're going to go sweet. Starscape, nightgown, defeat, mouse, vitality, shiny, lipstick, empty, lollipop, kitty. Essence, unstable, imagination, massacre, after image, disoriented, misery, promise, blanket, unending. Well, it's probably going to be... Oh, man. Oh, well, let's not pick massacre. Blanket. Death, philosophy, breathe, existence, whistle, pain, prayer, extreme, flee, and rainbow. Frightening shame, whisper, disaster, together skirt. That's just a skirt you use to keep two people together when they're in trouble. It's like a timeout shirt. Alone, candy, boop, and melancholy. What's candy? Summer anime, dream bed, swimsuit sunset, sparkle fireflies, sparkle, fester, heaven sent, anime. Covet, strawberry, time, infallible, sadness, determination. Giggle, vivid, bubbles, disown, strawberry. Dark, parfait. What's parfait? Marriage, happiness, charm, dazzle, disarray, nature, analysis, romance. Okay, wait. If we keep going down this path and one of them goes away, does that mean I'm just going to get words for one of the girls? That seems like I can only write a poem for one of them. Like the game just forces me. Seems kind of messed up. Laugh, treasure, uncanny, explode, pout, playground, headphones, email, depression, unrequited. Well, I know what depression is supposed to go to. I don't think she's here though. Playground, Papa Heartbeat, Broken Eternity, Fun Chocolate, Vertigo, Fluffy, and Family Ambient. Fluffy, Adventure, Hurt, Valentine, Lazy, Fear, Love, Nibble, Embrace, Scars, and Clumsy. Let's go with Nibble, because, you know, I stuck her finger in my mouth. Flower, Variance, Kawaii, Vanilla, Hop, Anxiety, Kiss, Amazing, Bunny Wrath. That's just what happens with normal rabbits. When you make them mad, they give you bunny wrath. Beauty, waterfall, puppy, silly, passion, fickle, vibrant, flying, question, horror. Puppy, clouds, jumpy, landscape, electricity, graveyard, rain cloud, joy, destiny, cage, crimson. Let's go clouds. Play, sticky, loud, climax. Well, okay. Insight, milk, jump, hopeless, cheeks, incongruent. That is quite the word. We're using like SAT words now. We're going Milk, grief, marshmallow, special, comfort, incapable, cry, doki doki, bouncy, precious, lust. What doki doki? Party, hope, suicide, sunny. Oh no, suicide, shopping, skipping, portrait, dance, socks, feather. Sunny. All right, we're Natsuki maxing again. I still can't say that. Natsuki maxing. Hi again, Sen. Glad to see you didn't run away on us. Ha ha ha. Nah, don't worry. This might be a little strange for me, but at least keep my word. Well, I'm back at the literature club. I was last to come in, so everyone else is already hanging out. Yuri, you got a little something on your face? You okay there? Thanks for keeping your promise, Sen. I hope this isn't too overwhelming of a commitment for you, making you dive headfirst into literature when you're not accustomed to it. Oh, Yuri, Natsuki, you okay over there? Oh, come on, like he deserves any slack. You already had to be dragged here by Monica. I don't know if you plan to just come here and hang out or what, but if you don't take us seriously, then you won't see the end of it. Monica, you're in front of the words. Monica, you're in front of the... I can't read. Monica, your fourth wall is showing. Natsuki, you certainly have a big mouth for someone who keeps her manga collection in the club room. I know what you said. You can't hide it from me. Monika's kind of a jerk. Natsuki finds herself stuck between saying Monika and manga. Manga is literature! Swiftly defeated, Natsuki plops back into her seat. I'm sorry, Sen. We'll make sure to put your comfort first, okay? Yuri shoots Natsuki with a disappointed glance. They still don't get along. Girls. Oh, wait, I just noticed is it me or is the club room crooked? The club room's crooked. It's leaning. I don't think it was leaning before. We're leaning a bit to the right. I didn't notice that. Also, Yuri's way out of frame. She's like way too high. Anyway, now that you're in the club and all, perhaps you might have interest in picking up a book to read? Well, I really can't really say no either way. Like you said, I'm in this club now. So it only feels right for me to do something like that if you ask. Wait, I didn't mean it like that. If you really want to, then forget I said anything, I guess. No, it's not that, Yuri. I just want to try to be part of this club. So even if I don't read often, I'd be happy to pick up a book if you wanted me to. Are you sure? I just felt like, well, as vice president and all, that I should help you get started on something you like. Yuri reaches into her bag and pulls out a book. I didn't want you to feel left out, so I picked out a book that I thought you might enjoy. It's a short read, so it should keep your attention even if you don't usually read. And we could, discuss it if you wanted. But how is this girl accidentally being so cute? She even picked out a book she thinks I'll like despite me not reading much. Yuri, thank you. I'll definitely read this. I enthusiastically take the book. Phew. Well, you can read it at your own pace. I look forward to hearing what you think. Okay, everything fixed itself. Everyone's fixed, everybody. It's not crooked anymore. Yuri's in frame. Now that everyone's settled in, I expect Monika to kick off some scheduled activities for the club. But that doesn't seem to be the case. Yuri's face is already buried in a book. Can't help but notice her intense expression like she was waiting for this chance. Meanwhile, Natsuki is rummaging around in the closet. I hear Natsuki utter an exasperated sigh from within the closet. She seems to be annoyed by something. I approach her, in case she needs a hand. You looking? Yeah, I was almost going to speak as Natsuki, as myself. You looking for something in there? Well, fucking Monika. Oh no. The text is wrong. It's all wrong. She never puts my stuff back in the right spot. What's the point in keeping your collection organized if someone else is just going to mess it up? Natsuki slides a bunch of stacked books and boxes across the shelf. Manga? You read manga, right? Sometimes. Manga is one of those things where you can't admit you're really into until you figure out where the other person stands. How did you know anyway? I heard you bring it up at some point. Besides, it's kind of written on your face. What's that supposed to mean? I see. There's a lone volume of manga amidst a stack of various books on the side of one of the shelves. Curious, I pull it out of the stack. There it is! Natsuki snatches it out of my hand. She then turns to a box of manga and slips the volume right into the middle of the rest. Ah, much better. Seeing a box set with one book missing is probably the most irritating sight in the world. I know that feel. I get a closer look at the box she's admiring. Parfait Girls. It's a series I've never heard of in my life. Probably means it's either way out of my demographic, or it's simply terrible. If you're going to judge, you can do it through the glass on that door. She points to the classroom door. Hey, I wasn't judging anything. I didn't even say anything. It was the tone of your voice. But I'll tell you one thing, Sen. Don't judge a book. Monika, Natsuki, you okay? I just want to blame Monika for all things. In fact, Natsuki pulls out the first volume of Parfait Girls from the box. I'm going to show you exactly why. She shoves the book right into my hands. I stare at the cover. It features 4 girls in colorful attire striking animated feminine poses. It's exceedingly moe. Don't just stand there. Natsuki grabs my arm and pulls me out of the closet. Well, it's about time I left. She then takes a seat against the wall beneath the windowsills. She pats on the ground next to her, signaling, I couldn't say that word, me to sit there. Wouldn't chairs be more comfortable? I take my seat. Chairs wouldn't work. We can't read at the same time like that. Huh? Why's that? I guess it's easier to be close together like this. Don't just say that. You make me feel weird about it. Natsuki crosses her arm and scooches an inch away from me. Sorry. Don't act so weird. Your finger was in my mouth. I didn't expect to be sitting this close to her either. Not that I can say it's a particularly bad thing. I opened the book. It's only a few seconds before Natsuki once again inches closer, reclaiming the additional space while she hopes I won't notice. I could feel her peering over my shoulder, much more eager to begin reading than I am. Wow, how long has it been since I read the beginning? You don't go back and flip through the older volumes every now and then? Not really. Maybe sometimes after I've already finished the series. Hey, are you paying attention? I am, but nothing's really happened yet, so I can't talk at the same time. Looks like it's about a bunch of friends in high school. Typical slice of life affair. I like slice of life. I said this before. I kind of grew out of these since it's rare for the writing to be entertaining enough to make up for the lack of plot. Are you sure this isn't boring for you? Well, at least we get another cute picture of Natsuki. How are they going to fuck it up? How are they going to make me hate this? It's not. Even though you're just watching me read? Well, I'm fine with that. If you say so, I guess it's fun sharing something you like with someone else. I always get excited when I convince any of my friends to pick up a series I enjoy. You know what I mean? Huh? You don't? That's not... Well, I wouldn't really know. What do you mean? Don't you share your manga with your friends? Could you not rub it in? Jeez. Sorry. If I could ever get my friends to read this. They think manga is just for kids. I can't even bring it up with them being all like, you still haven't grown out of that yet? Makes me want to punch them in the face. I know those kind of people. Honestly, it takes a lot of effort to find friends who don't judge, much less friends who are also into it. I'm already kind of a loser, so I guess I gravitated towards the other losers over time, but it's probably harder for someone like you. Yeah, that's pretty accurate. Wait, which part? I mean, I feel like I can't even keep it in my own room. My dad would beat the shit out of me if he found this. Oh no, has Natsuki got an abusive father? I kind of got hints from when she talked about having to eat all of her food when her dad cooks. Like, she would get punished if she didn't. Oh no, Natsuki, I'm so sorry. At least it's safe here in the club room. Except Monika's kind of a jerk about it. I just can't win, can I? And I guess it would also make sense why she's so guarded about her emotions. Probably because she would get punished every time she showed her emotion. Oh no, I'm learning more. No, that means you're going to die next. Don't die, Natsuki. I can't deal. Well, it paid off in the end, didn't it? I mean, here I am, reading it. Well, it's not like it solves any of my problems. Maybe, but at least you're enjoying yourself, right? So? Geez, that's enough. Are you going to keep reading or what? Yeah. I flipped the page. Yikes. I'm just learning a bunch of stuff that I didn't really need to know about poor old Natsuki too. I mean, I'm happy to find out, but like, oh man. Time passes. Natsuki is strangely quiet now. Glance over at her. She fell asleep. Okay, that's new. It looks like she started to fall asleep. Hey, Natsuki. Yeah. Suddenly, Natsuki collapses straight into me. Hey. You okay there? You all right? It kind of looks like Mickey Mouse took over. I guess Disney bought Doki Doki Literature Club while I was busy playing. Boy, howdy. You, Natsuki, you good there? Oh, Natsuki, you're not saying words. Oh, geez. Natsuki, are you okay? Here. Monika reaches into her bag and pulls out some kind of protein bar. She throws it in Natsuki's direction. Natsuki's eyes suddenly light up again. She snatches the bar from the floor and immediately tears off the wrapper. I told you not to give... She doesn't even finish her sentence. We're stuffing it into her mouth. Don't worry, Sen. She's fine. It just happens every now and then. Excuse you? That's why I always keep a snack in my bag for her. Anyway, why don't we all share some poems now? Excuse me? Excuse me? That just happens? I told Natsuki I was interested in her poems yesterday. It's probably only fair if I shared mine with her first. Oh, God. Okay, well, let's start with the things I don't like. First of all, Natsuki rereads my poem. Never mind, I don't feel like giving you my opinion. Then what was the point of sharing in the first place? I wrote this when I could have been doing other things. In fact, I remember how I said I wanted to read your poems. That's what I had in mind when writing this. I want to help you feel comfortable enough to share yours. Like Monica said. Well, I would be more comfortable sharing my poem if yours was really bad. You were supposed to show me some dumb poem, make me go, ha, well, it's not like that great, but let me show you what real literature looks like. And you went and ruined it. I hope you're happy. So in other words, you're saying you liked it. Natsuki's retort gets caught in her throat. You don't understand anything, do you? I already told you that. You don't have to go announcing it to the world like you're all self-important. Pretty sure you never actually said that. I say that mostly to myself. Natsuki must really hate me or something. I'm still really dumb. Can't figure out if it's a win or a loss that she liked my poem. In any case, you'll still need to show me yours, right? Fine, I guess. Only because Monica will make me if I don't. Eagles can fly, monkeys can climb, crickets can leap, horses can race, owls can seek, cheetahs can run, eagles can fly, people can try, but that's about it. Yeah, I told you that you were going to like it. I like it. What? Just be honest. I am. Why are you so convinced that I wouldn't like it? Well, because everyone in high school thinks that writing has to be all sophisticated and stuff. So people don't even take my writing seriously. But isn't the point of poems for people to express themselves? Your writing style wouldn't make your message any less valid. Yes, exactly. I like when it's easy to read, but it hits you hard. Like in this poem. Seeing everyone around you do great things can be really disheartening. So I decided to write about it. Yeah, I understand. But the other nice thing about simple writing is that it puts more weight on the wordplay. Like, I set up for a rhyme at the end, but then made it fall flat on purpose. Helps bring out the feelings in the last line. So you did. I guess more went into it than I realized. That's what it means to be a pro. I'm glad you learned something. Didn't expect that from the youngest one here, did you? Yeah, guess not. I decided to humor her with that last comment. I don't really care how old everyone is, but if Natsuki is feeling proud, then I won't take that away from her. Who should I show my poem to next? I guess Yuri. Yuri stares at the poem. A minute passes, more than enough time for her to finish reading. Sorry, I forgot to start speaking. It's fine, don't force yourself. I'm not. I just need to put my thoughts into words. Hold on. Okay. This is your first time writing a poem, right? Yeah. Why do you ask? I'm just making sure. I guess that it might be after reading through it. So it's that bad. No. Did I just raise my voice? I'm sorry. Yuri buries her face in her hands. Couldn't help but notice that it's been several minutes and we really haven't gotten anywhere. It might take Yuri a while to get used to new people. It's fine, I really didn't notice. What were you saying? Right, it's just that there are specific writing habits that are usually typical of new writers. And having been through that myself, I kind of learned to pick up on them. I think the most noticeable thing I recognize in new writers is that they try to make their style very deliberate. In other words, they tend to pick a writing style separate from the topic matter, and they form-fit the two together. The end result is that both the style and the expressiveness, oh my goodness, are weakened. Once Yuri finds her train of thought, it's as if her demeanor totally changes. Her stammering is completely gone and she sounds like an expert. Of course, that's not something you can be blamed for. That means I need to get a drink. My lips are starting to stick together. Delicious. There are so many different skills and techniques that go into writing even a simple poem. Not just finding them and building them, but also getting them to work together is probably the most challenging part. It might take you some time, but it all comes with patience and learning by example and trying new things. I also hope that everyone else in the club gives you valuable feedback. Natsuki can be a little biased, though. Biased? How? Well, never mind. I shouldn't be talking about people like that. Sorry. It's fine. I'm not sure if Yuri is apologizing to herself, to me, or to Natsuki. Do you mind if I read your poem now? Please do. I'd love to share my thought process behind it. Yuri smiles dreamily, as if that's a rare opportunity for her, which is itself is kind of funny. After all, isn't this supposed to be a literature club? Ghost under the light. The tendrils of my hair illuminate beneath the amber glow,
bathing. It must be this one. The last remaining streetlight to have withstood the test of time. The last yet to be replaced by the sickening blue-green hue of the future. I bathe calm, breathing air of the present but living in the past. The light flickers. I flicker back.
Yep.
I'm sorry I have such terrible handwriting.
What? I wasn't thinking that at all. No, your handwriting's actually really good.
But it took you a long time to read.
Well, I just don't read script very often. I actually think your handwriting is pretty.
Huh? That's a relief.
Also, I liked the poem. Even though it's short, it was really descriptive.
It wasn't too short? I usually write longer poems.
Not at all.
I'm really glad you like it. I'll be honest. Since it's our first time sharing, I wanted to write something a little more mild. Something easy to digest, I suppose.
Are you into ghosts, Yuri?
Hoo-hoo. Actually, the story isn't about a ghost at all, Sen.
Really? I must have totally missed the point.
Well, I suppose you did only glance over it after all. But remember that poets often express their own feelings, thoughts, and experiences in their work. They usually do more than tell a simple story or paint a picture. In this case, perhaps the subject of the poem is only being symbolically compared to a ghost, lingering in her last remaining place of comfort, unable to let go of the past, and soon to be left with nothing.
That's a lot more solemn putting it that way. I hadn't even thought of that. That's impressive.
It's nothing, really. Well, it makes me happy you think that. Just remember that it won't be long before you pick up on these things too.
Yeah, maybe you're right. I guess I'll have to keep trying.
I'm counting on you.
Oof. All right, Monica. What horrible thing is going to happen now? Hi, Sen. Having a good time so far? Yeah. Good. Glad to hear it. By the way, since you're new in everything, if you ever have any suggestions for the club, like new activities or things we can do better, I'm always listening. Don't be afraid to bring things up, okay? All right, I'll keep that in mind. Of course, I'll be afraid to bring things up. Much better off just going with the flow until I'm more settled in. Anyway, want to share your poem with me? It's kind of embarrassing, but I guess I have to. Don't worry, Sen. We're all a little embarrassed today, you know. But it's that sort of barrier that we'll all learn to get past soon. Yeah, that's true. Hand Monica my poem. I like it, Sen. Really. It's a lot cuter than I expected. Oh, geez. No. It kind of makes you think of something Natsuki would write. She's a good writer, too. So take that as a compliment. If you say so. Yep. If you're interested in Natsuki, then always keep a snack on you. She'll cling to you like a puppy. Always listening. She'll cling to me like a puppy. Well, I guess if I just keep frosting on my finger, then she'll probably be that happy about that, too. Natsuki's dad doesn't give her lunch money or leave her any food in the house, so she's in a fussy mood pretty often. Oh, yeah, we are learning about Natsuki's abusive father. I mean, she's going to die next. Oh, I can't handle this. But sometimes she just loses all of her strength and shuts down, like earlier. This is just a guess, but I think she's so small because her malnutrition is interfering with her adolescent growth. But hey, some guys are into petite girls too, you know. So just try looking at the bright side. Anyway, do you want to read my poem now? Don't worry, I'm not very good. You sound pretty confident for someone who claims to not be very good. Well, that's because I have to sound confident. That doesn't mean I always feel that way, you know? I see. Well, let's read it then. Hole in the wall. But he wasn't looking at me. Confused, I frantically glance at my surroundings. But my burned eyes can no longer see color. Are there others in this room? Are they talking? Or are they simply poems on flat sheets of paper? The sound of frantic scrawling plays tricks on my ears. The room begins to crinkle, closing in on me. The air I breathe dissipates before reaching my lungs. I panic. There must be a way out. It's right there. He's right there. Swallowing my fears, I brandish my pen. So, what do you think? It's very freeform, if that's what you call it. Sorry, I'm not really the right person to ask for feedback. It's okay. Yeah, that kind of style has gotten pretty popular nowadays. That is, a lot of poems have been putting emphasis on the timing between words and lines. When performed out loud, it can be really powerful. What was the inspiration behind this one? Well, I'm not sure if I know how to put it. I guess you could say that I had some kind of
epiphany recently. It's been influencing my poems a bit.
An epiphany?
Yeah, something like that. I'm kind of nervous to talk about deep stuff like that because it's kind of coming on strongly. Maybe after everyone is better friends with each other. Anyway, here's Monica's writing tip of the day. Sometimes when you're writing a poem or a story, your brain gets too fixated on a specific point. So if you try so hard to make it perfect, then you'll never make any progress. Just force yourself to get something down on the paper and tidy it up later. Another way to think about it is this. If you keep your pen in the same spot for too long, you'll just get a big, dark puddle of ink. So just move your hand and go with the flow. That's my advice for today. Thanks for listening.
Phew. I guess that's everyone. A glance around the room. That a little more stressful than I anticipated. It's as if everyone is judging me for my mediocre writing abilities. Even if they're just being nice. The music is going off pitch. There's no way my poems can stand up to theirs. This is a literature club after all. I sigh. I guess that's what I ended up getting myself into. Across the room, Monica is writing something in her notebook. My eyes land on Yuri and Natsuki. They gingerly exchange sheets of paper, sharing their respective poems. As they read in tandem, I watch each of their expressions change. Natsuki's eyebrows furrow in frustration. A bit of a tongue twister. Meanwhile, Yuri smiles sadly. What's with this language?
Huh? Did you say something?
Oh, it's nothing. Natsuki dismissively returns the poem to the desk with one hand. I guess you could say it's fancy.
Thanks. Yours is cute.
Cute? Did you completely miss the symbolism or something? It's completely about the feeling of giving up. How can that be cute?
I know that. I just meant the language, I guess. I was trying to just say something nice.
Huh? You mean you have to try that hard to come up with something nice to say? Thanks, but it didn't really come out nice at all.
I do have a couple of suggestions.
If I was looking for suggestions, I would have asked someone who actually liked it. Which people did, by the way. Monica liked it, and Sen did too. So based on that, I'll gladly give you some suggestions of my own. First of all,
excuse me, I appreciate the offer, but I spent a long time establishing my writing style. I don't expect it to change anytime soon, unless, of course, I come across something particularly inspiring, which I haven't yet. And Sen liked my poem too, you know. He even told me he was impressed by it.
Natsuki suddenly stands up. Oh, I didn't realize you were so invested in trying to impress our new member, Yuri.
That's not what you're just...
Yuri stands up as well.
Maybe you're just jealous that Sen appreciates my advice more than he appreciated yours.
Huh? And how do you know he didn't appreciate my advice more? Are you that full of yourself?
No. If I was full of myself, I would deliberately go out of my way to make everything I do overly cutesy.
Well, you know what? I was the one whose boobs magically grew a size bigger as soon as Sen started showing up. So we're back to this dumb shit.
Natsuki.
Natsuki, that's a little. This doesn't involve you.
Taking out your own insecurities on others like that.
Oh, so everybody calm down.
You really act as young as you look, Natsuki.
Me? Look who's talking, you big wannabe edgy bitch. Excuse me?
Edgy? Sorry that my lifestyle is too much for someone of your mental age to comprehend.
See? Just saying that proves my point. Most people learn to get over themselves after they graduate middle school, you know.
If you want to prove anything, then stop harassing others with your sickening attitude.
Everybody calm the fuck down.
You think you can counterbalance your toxic personality just by dressing and acting cute? The only thing cute about you is how hard you try.
Whoa, be careful or you might cut yourself on that edge, Yuri. Oh, my bad. You already do, don't you?
Did you just accuse me of cutting myself? The fuck is wrong with your head?
Yeah, go on. Let's send here everything you really think. I'm sure it'll be head over heels for you after this. Suddenly, Yuri turns towards me as if she noticed I was standing there.
Sen, she's just trying to make me look bad.
That's not true. She started it. Oh, God. Please. I'm picking Natsuki. I'm sorry, Yuri. Natsuki. Oh, they're zooming in on me. Please stop. Natsuki. Oh, please stop it. Stop getting closer to me. I'm not liking this. Please stop. How's it? How much was... Monica, please. Back the fuck up. Monica? Monica? What are you doing? How's it going? This is my life now. I just live here. I just live here with Monica, face to face, just like this. I guess X? Yeah, nothing's happening. I can't even pause. Interesting. 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 Yeah, no, it's just frozen here. Yeah, no, none of my buttons work. Oh! I did something. Hey, Sen, why don't we step outside for a little bit? Oh, she's making her text not go behind her. Monica, you need to stop this shit. Okay. Sorry about that. They really shouldn't have tried to get you involved. It's probably better for us to stay out of this. We'll go back inside once they're done yelling. Some president I am, right? I can't even confront my own club members properly. I just wish I was able to be a little more assertive sometimes. Better have it in me to put my foot down against others. Okay, let's make sure the audio worked. Just make sure, because I know it broke one time. You understand, right? Anyway, if this makes you want to spend less time with the others, then that's fine. I'd be happy to spend time with you instead. Suddenly, Natsuki runs out of the classroom. Oh, Natsuki. She quickly runs away. Oh, dear. Well, it looks like they're done. I didn't mean it. I didn't mean it. I didn't mean it. Yuri is rocking back and forth in her desk with her palms on her forehead. Yuri? I didn't mean it. I believe you. I have no idea what Yuri might have said to Natsuki. Or did. Sen, please don't hate me. Please. I'm not like this. There's nothing wrong with me today. It's fine, Yuri. We know you didn't mean it. Besides, I'm sure Natsuki will forget about it all by tomorrow. Completely. Anyway, why did you say it like that? Actually, hold on. Wait a second, Monica. Why did you say completely like that, like you were so sure? Anyway, the meeting is over, so you can go home now if you want. Yuri looks at me like she wants to say something, but she keeps glancing at Monica. You can go first, Monica. I'd like to stay a bit longer. I'm the president, so I should be the last one out. I'll wait for you to be done. Well, I'm vice president, so please let me take that responsibility today. It kind of sounds like you don't want me around for something, Yuri. It's not that. It's not that. I didn't get a chance to discuss my book with Sen. It would just be embarrassing with you listening. I guess I really don't have a choice, do I? I'm sorry for causing trouble. Oh. Well, I guess we're not sharing our thoughts on the book. Okay. Yes. Well, that is all I have time for, but I can sum up most of my time with this by saying, what the hell? Like, I knew shit happened, but wow, it went a lot darker and quicker, faster than I thought it was going to, which I'm not complaining. That's the kind of stuff I like personally, but also, what the hell? It's so quickly jumps out of nowhere, and the game's confused on what it wants me to do. But I can't trust Monica. That is the one thing I definitely learned. Monica is pulling strings more than I expected, which I guess I kind of had a feeling about, but like, man, I don't really like seeing these girls go away and get hurt. So I guess that's effective. But yeah, okay. Well, I did have a lot of fun though, so I'm sure I'll come back to this here pretty soon. I'm still trying to decide whether or not I want to solve my current conundrum with going and getting a digital copy of Resident Evil just so I can play it and not just waiting for my physical copy. So we'll see, because I have a longer stream tomorrow and And I'm excited because I was going to play Neo, but there's a part of me that just might want to go and get Resident Evil just so I can play it, just so I can get a good amount of time into it. But we'll see. If I change my mind, you can always just double check here through my socials, YouTube, Twitch, X, Twitter, Bluesky, all that good stuff. I'll post it on there if I change my mind. Or you can just check to see what the stream says it's going to be when it loads up. But I'll keep it updated if I change my mind. But overall, I'm having a great time. I can't wait to get back to this because we are getting into like the real meat of this game from my understanding. And I am so excited to explore that. But yeah, it's a lot. It's a lot. But I want to experience that. So for everyone who joined in, I appreciate it. And for everybody who watches it later, thank you. Everybody who commented and interacted, thank you so much. I appreciate it more than you could know. I hope to see you all later. I hope you have a good day. So, adios. Bye-bye.